Welcome, everyone. Today, we're exploring the profound and time-tested philosophy of Stoicism, a way of thinking and living that has guided some of history's greatest minds, from Roman emperors like Marcus Aurelius to modern entrepreneurs, athletes, and thinkers. But Stoicism isn't just a theory, it's a practical system designed to help us navigate life's challenges with clarity, strength, and inner peace. It teaches us how to control our emotions, make better decisions, and find stability in an unpredictable world. No matter who you are or what circumstances you face, Stoicism offers timeless strategies for overcoming hardship, embracing change, and living with purpose and discipline. By the end of this session, you'll walk away with 12 actionable Stoic principles, real-world tools you can use to build resilience, manage stress, and cultivate a mindset of true freedom. So, whether you're looking to stay calm under pressure, break free from negativity, or take control of your thoughts and actions, this journey into Stoicism will equip you with powerful insights to transform your life. Let's begin. Principle 1. Focus on what you can control. The Stoic dichotomy of control. One of the most fundamental ideas in Stoicism is the concept of control. The Stoics taught that inner peace comes from recognizing the difference between what is within our control and what not. According to the Greek Stoic philosopher Epictetus, we can divide everything in life into two categories. Things we can control: our thoughts, choices, actions, and responses. Things we cannot control: other people's actions, opinions, external events, and random circumstances. When we waste energy worrying about things outside our control, we become frustrated, anxious, and emotionally drained. But when we focus only on what we can control, we develop clarity, resilience, and inner strength. Example: dealing with a traffic jam. Imagine you're driving to an important meeting, and suddenly, you get stuck in a massive traffic jam. The external situation, the traffic, is completely out of your control. You can't make the cars move faster, you can't change the road conditions, and you can't force time to slow down. However, your reaction to the situation is within your control. You have two choices. Option 1, get angry, frustrated, and stressed, which only makes the experience worse. Option 2, accept the reality of the situation and make productive use of the time. You could listen to an educational podcast, practice deep breathing, or use the time to mentally prepare for your meeting. By choosing to focus on what you can control, your reaction, you reduce stress and make the most of the situation. This is Stoicism in action. Action step: apply the dichotomy of control. Write down 3 things that are currently worrying you. It could be a personal problem, a work-related issue, or a social situation. For each worry, ask yourself, what aspects of this situation are within my control? What aspects are outside my control? Choose one small action that is within your control and commit to doing it today. If you're worried about a difficult conversation, you can't control how the other person will react, but you can prepare your words carefully and practice remaining calm. If you're worried about a job interview, you can't control whether you get the job, but you can control how well you prepare for it. If you're anxious about your health, you can't control all medical outcomes, but you can take action by improving your diet, exercising, or scheduling a doctor's appointment. Takeaway: by shifting your focus to what is within your control, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and become more effective in handling life's challenges. Principle 2. Practice negative visualization. Key idea: premeditatio malorum, preparing for the worst. One of the most powerful exercises in Stoicism is called premeditatio malorum, which means the premeditation of evils. This practice involves mentally preparing for potential hardships before they happen. Instead of fearing the unknown, Stoics proactively visualize difficulties, not to become anxious, but to build mental resilience, appreciate what they have, and prepare effective responses. By imagining worst-case scenarios, we achieve 2 things. We become less fearful: the unknown is scarier than the known. Once you visualize and plan for difficulties, they lose their power over you. We become more grateful: by imagining life without something, we appreciate it more in the present. Example: losing your job. Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding out you've been fired from your job. This is a difficult but realistic scenario that could happen to anyone. At first, the thought is uncomfortable, you feel anxious, stressed, and uncertain. But instead of avoiding it, you sit with it and ask yourself, how would I react in the first few hours? What practical steps would I take to secure my future? Who could I reach out to for support? How could I make the most of this situation? Through this exercise, you realize that even the worst outcomes are manageable. You might start building an emergency savings plan, updating your resume, or learning new skills in advance, all of which make you more prepared and resilient. Action step: visualize a challenge and plan your response. Set aside 5 minutes each day to practice negative visualization. Pick one difficult scenario that could realistically happen, such as losing your job, facing a health crisis, or encountering financial trouble. Ask yourself, how would I feel at first? What steps could I take to minimize the impact? What can I do today to prepare for this possibility? Write down one small action you can take now to be better prepared. If you worry about financial instability, start saving a small amount each month. If you fear losing a loved one, spend more quality time with them today. If you're afraid of failure, take a small risk to build confidence. Takeaway: practicing negative visualization reduces fear, increases gratitude, and equips you to handle life's challenges with strength and wisdom. Principle 3, Amor Fati, love your fate. Key idea: embrace everything that happens, good or bad. Amor Fati, which translates to love of fate, is the Stoic mindset of fully accepting and even loving whatever happens in life. It means seeing every event, good or bad, as necessary and beneficial for our growth. Rather than resenting hardships or wishing things were different, the Stoic approach is to embrace reality as it is and find meaning in every challenge. Explanation: turning obstacles into opportunities. Most people resist difficulties. They complain, feel frustrated, or ask, why is this happening to me? But the Stoics believe that obstacles are not setbacks, they are stepping stones. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that every challenge holds the seed of an opportunity, if you choose to see it that way. When you embrace Amor Fati, you stop wasting energy wishing things were different and instead ask, how can I use this? Example: turning failure into growth. Imagine you prepare for months for a job interview, but you don't get the job. A typical reaction might be disappointment, frustration, or self-doubt. But through the lens of Amor Fati, you tell yourself, this happened for a reason. Maybe this job wasn't the right fit. What can I learn from this experience? Can I improve my interview skills? What new doors might open because of this? By shifting your perspective, failure becomes fuel for growth rather than a source of suffering. Action step: reframe challenges as gifts. The next time something goes wrong, instead of reacting negatively, pause for a moment. Say to yourself, this is happening for me, not to me. This is exactly what I need right now. How can I turn this into an advantage? Write down one lesson you can take from the situation and how you will use it to grow. Takeaway: when you stop resisting life's challenges and start embracing them as necessary, you develop unshakable resilience and inner peace. Principle 4, Memento Mori, remember you will die. Key idea: reflect on your mortality to live with purpose. One of the most profound Stoic principles is Memento Mori, which translates to remember that you must die. While it may seem morbid at first, this idea isn't meant to cause fear, it's meant to wake you up to life's urgency and help you focus on what truly matters. We often go through life as if we have endless time, procrastinating on dreams, holding grudges, or wasting energy on trivial concerns. But when we acknowledge our mortality, we gain clarity, purpose, and appreciation for the present moment. Explanation: using mortality as a motivator. The Stoics believed that death is not something to be feared, but something to be remembered daily. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we had come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing." This means that by accepting death, we can stop delaying the things that matter, whether it's pursuing our passions, spending time with loved ones, or living with integrity. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that every day could be his last, which motivated him to act wisely and decisively. By embracing memento mori, we shift our mindset from someday to today. Example: the 1-year thought experiment. Imagine you visit a doctor and are told that you have exactly 1 year left to live. What would you stop doing immediately? What would you start prioritizing? Who would you spend more time with? What fears would no longer hold you back? Most people, when faced with this reality, realize that they've been spending too much time on things that don't truly matter, like stressing over minor inconveniences, chasing material possessions, or holding grudges. When you reflect on memento mori, you begin to live with greater urgency, gratitude, and purpose. Action step: align your life with what truly matters. Write down your top 3 priorities, the things that truly matter to you, e.g., family, personal growth, meaningful work, creativity, helping others. Compare them to how you currently spend your time. Are you prioritizing these things daily? If not, what distractions are getting in the way? Make one small but meaningful change today to align your actions with your priorities. Call a loved one you've been meaning to reconnect with. Start working on a passion project you've been putting off. Stop worrying about things that won't matter in the long run. Takeaway: the awareness of death is not meant to create fear, it is meant to bring urgency, clarity, and purpose to life. When you live as if time is limited, you start truly living. Principle 5: practice gratitude. Key idea: appreciate what you have. The Stoics believe that true happiness doesn't come from having more, but from appreciating what you already have. Gratitude is a powerful tool that shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, helping you develop contentment and inner peace. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in comparison, desire, and dissatisfaction, always chasing the next goal, the next purchase, or the next achievement. But when you practice gratitude, you realize that you already have enough, and this realization frees you from unnecessary suffering. Explanation: why gratitude matters. The Stoics understood that most people overlook their blessings until they lose them, whether it's health, loved ones, or simple comforts. That's why they practiced gratitude daily to remind themselves of the richness of life. Seneca advised reflecting on life's blessings regularly. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "Do not indulge in dreams of what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess." By appreciating what you have right now, you cultivate a deep sense of fulfillment, no matter your circumstances. Example: the power of small gratitudes. Imagine 2 people wake up in the morning. Person A thinks, "Ugh, another workday. I'm tired. Life is stressful." Person B thinks, "I woke up today. I have a roof over my head. I have people who care about me." Who do you think will have a better day, a better mindset, and a better life? Gratitude isn't about ignoring problems, it's about acknowledging the good even when challenges exist. Action step: start a daily gratitude journal. Every night, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big, simple things like a good meal, a kind word, or fresh air count. Be specific. Instead of writing, "I'm grateful for my family," write, "I'm grateful for the hug my child gave me today. I'm grateful for the deep conversation I had with my friend." Make it a habit. Do this for a week and notice how it affects your mood, stress levels, and overall outlook on life. Takeaway: gratitude is a daily practice, not just a feeling. When you focus on what's already good in your life, you create more happiness, contentment, and peace. Principle 6. Develop self-discipline. Key idea: master your desires and impulses. The Stoics believe that true freedom comes from self-control, not from indulging in every desire, but from mastering them. If you are ruled by your impulses, you are not in control of your life. In today's world, distractions are everywhere: social media, junk food, endless entertainment. Without self-discipline, we fall into bad habits, procrastination, and emotional reactivity. But when we learn to control our impulses, we reclaim our focus, energy, and ability to achieve meaningful goals. Explanation: why self-discipline leads to freedom. The Stoics saw self-discipline as the key to mental strength and inner peace. Epictetus taught that we should not be slaves to our desires. No man is free who is not master of himself. This means that if you lack self-discipline, external forces will control you, whether it's cravings, social pressure, or laziness. Marcus Aurelius believed in training the mind like a muscle. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Just as we train our bodies in the gym, we must train our self-control through daily practice. Self-discipline isn't about denying pleasure, it's about choosing long-term growth over short-term gratification. Example: mastering the urge to check your phone. Imagine you're working on an important project, but every few minutes, you feel the urge to check your phone. If you give in every time, your focus gets weaker, and you become a slave to distraction. If you resist the impulse, you build mental strength and train yourself to stay in control. Now, apply this to other areas of life. Food cravings: eating out of boredom versus eating for nourishment. Procrastination: watching Netflix versus working on your goals. Emotional reactions: losing your temper versus staying calm under pressure. Each time you delay gratification, you grow stronger. Action step: break one undisciplined habit. Identify one habit you want to improve. Do you check your phone too often? Do you procrastinate on important tasks? Do you give in to unhealthy food cravings? Create a small, daily challenge to strengthen your discipline. Example: if you check your phone too much, put it in another room while working. Example: if you struggle with procrastination, set a timer and work without distraction for 25 minutes. Track your progress. Keep a simple log of your efforts. Takeaway: self-discipline is a skill that grows with practice. Every time you control an impulse, you gain more freedom over your life. Principle 7. Live in accordance with nature. Key idea: align your actions with reason and virtue. The Stoics believe that true happiness comes not from wealth, fame, or pleasure, but from living in harmony with nature, which means living with reason, virtue, and wisdom. For the Stoics, nature didn't just mean the physical world, it also referred to human nature, our ability to think, reason, and act justly. A well-lived life is one where we make choices based on virtue rather than emotions, temptations, or external pressures. Explanation: the 4 Stoic virtues as a guide. To live in accordance with nature means following the 4 cardinal Stoic virtues. Wisdom: Sophia, making thoughtful and rational decisions, rather than acting on impulse. Courage: Andrea, facing challenges and hardships without fear. Justice: Dikaiosine, treating others fairly and acting with integrity. Temperance: Sophrosyne, practicing self-control and moderation in all things. These virtues serve as a compass to help you navigate life's challenges with clarity and purpose. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Marcus Aurelius. Living in accordance with nature means choosing what's right over what's convenient, even when it's hard. Example: making decisions based on virtue, not convenience. Imagine you're offered a high-paying job, but you know the company is involved in unethical business practices. The easy choice: take the job because it offers financial security. The Stoic choice: reject it because it goes against your values of justice and integrity. Another example, you're tired after a long day, and you're tempted to skip a commitment you made to help a friend. The easy choice, get excuse and cancel. The Stoic choice, follow through because keeping your word builds character. Every time you act according to virtue rather than impulse, you become stronger, wiser, and more in tune with your true nature. Action step, align your actions with your values. Write down your core values. What do you stand for? Honesty, kindness, hard work, self-discipline, etc. Examine a recent decision. Did it align with these values? If not, what would a Stoic approach have looked like? Before making a decision, ask: is this wise? Wisdom. Is this brave? Courage. Is this fair? Justice. Is this moderate? Temperance. By consistently choosing virtue over convenience, you train yourself to live in accordance with nature, and in doing so, achieve true peace and fulfillment. Principle 8, be present. Key idea, focus on the here and now. The Stoics emphasized that the only time we truly have is the present moment. Dwelling on the past leads to regret, and obsessing over the future creates anxiety. True peace comes from fully engaging with the now, the only moment we can control. Man lives only in the present, in this fleeting instant. All the rest of his life is either past and gone, or not yet revealed. Marcus Aurelius. Instead of being lost in thought, distractions, or worries, a Stoic aims to be fully engaged with what is happening right now, whether it's work, relationships, or a simple daily activity. Explanation: the power of presence. The past is unchangeable, regretting past mistakes wastes energy. Instead, learn from them and move forward. The future is unpredictable, worrying about what might happen only steals your peace. Plan wisely, but don't obsess. The present is your only reality, every action, decision, and experience happens now. By focusing on the present, you make the most of your life. Being fully present in daily life. Imagine you're having dinner with family or friends. The distracted approach, checking your phone, thinking about work, or mentally replaying an argument from earlier. The Stoic approach, engaging in conversation, listening deeply, appreciating the food, and being grateful for the moment. Another example, you're stuck in a long line at a store. The impatient approach, checking your watch, feeling frustrated, or scrolling through social media. The Stoic approach, observing your surroundings, practicing patience, or simply accepting the situation as it is. By fully immersing yourself in the present, you reduce stress, strengthen relationships, and find joy in the simple moments of life. Action step, practice mindfulness for 5 minutes a day. Set aside 5 minutes each day to focus solely on the present. Choose an activity, breathing, walking, or even washing dishes, and pay full attention to it. By focusing on the present, you make the most of your life. Being fully present in daily life. Imagine you're having dinner with family or friends. The distracted approach, checking your phone, thinking about work, or mentally replaying an argument from earlier. The Stoic approach, engaging in conversation, listening deeply, appreciating the food, and being grateful for the moment. Another example, you're stuck in a long line at a store. The impatient approach, checking your watch, feeling frustrated, or scrolling through social media. The Stoic approach, observing your surroundings, practicing patience, or simply accepting the situation as it is. By fully immersing yourself in the present, you reduce stress, strengthen relationships, and find joy in the simple moments of life. Action step, practice mindfulness for 5 minutes a day. Set aside 5 minutes each day to focus solely on the present. Choose an activity, breathing, walking, or even washing dishes, and pay full attention to it. Ask, what will make me a better person in the long run? Explanation, the dangers of pleasure seeking. Short-term pleasures, such as overeating, binge-watching, excessive scrolling, or indulging in luxury, may bring momentary happiness, but they often lead to lack of discipline, struggling to resist temptation, diminished mental clarity, passively consuming instead of actively learning, regret and dissatisfaction, realizing time was wasted without true fulfillment. Instead, Stoics prioritized wisdom, the pursuit of knowledge, self-improvement, and meaningful growth. Example: choosing growth over instant gratification. Imagine you come home after a long day. The pleasure-driven choice: you immediately turn on Netflix and binge-watch for hours, leaving no time for personal growth. The wisdom-driven choice: you set aside 30 minutes to read a book, practice a new skill, or reflect on your day before relaxing mindfully. Action step: dedicate 30 minutes a day to learning something new. Identify a skill or topic that interests you: philosophy, history, language, fitness, etc. Schedule 30 minutes daily for self-improvement, reading, online courses, skill building, or deep reflection. Limit distractions: replace passive consumption, social media, TV, with intentional learning. By consistently choosing growth over comfort, you build a stronger mind, develop self-discipline, and cultivate true, lasting fulfillment. Principle 10. Practice empathy and compassion, 5 minutes. Key idea: see the humanity in others. Stoics taught that, as humans, we share the same core struggles and aspirations. Instead of judging or reacting to others harshly, they encouraged us to practice empathy and compassion, understanding that everyone is doing their best based on their knowledge, experience, and circumstances. Marcus Aurelius said, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." By seeing the humanity in others, we break down barriers and foster connection, helping us to react with understanding instead of anger or frustration. Explanation: the Stoic view on others' actions. Stoicism encourages us to understand that people act based on their understanding of the world, their emotions, and past experiences. Everyone has a unique story, struggles, and challenges that may not always be visible. When someone upsets you, they are likely navigating their own difficulties, and their actions are often not a personal attack on you. Instead of reacting impulsively, Stoicism suggests taking a step back and considering the broader context. For instance, when you feel hurt or frustrated by someone's behavior, try to think, what is this person's perspective? What might they be going through? How can I show them compassion? This practice doesn't mean tolerating harmful behavior, but rather reacting with understanding and patience instead of judgment. Example: practicing empathy when someone upsets you. Let's say a colleague at work snaps at you during a meeting. The reactive approach: you take it personally, feel hurt, and might respond angrily or shut down. The Stoic approach: you pause and ask yourself, what might they be dealing with right now? Are they stressed? Is something going on in their personal life? You choose to respond calmly and with understanding, rather than escalating the situation. Another example: a family member or friend forgets to follow through on a promise. The emotional reaction: you feel let down and frustrated. The empathetic reaction: you ask yourself, could there be a reason they couldn't meet the commitment? How can I offer support instead of judgment? Action step: perform one act of kindness each day. Choose an act of kindness. It could be something simple: complimenting someone, holding the door open, listening attentively, or offering help without being asked. Be intentional. Try to do this every day, making it a conscious practice. Reflect on the experience. Notice how you feel after being kind and how the other person responds. By practicing empathy and compassion, you create a positive ripple effect, improving your relationships and helping others feel understood and valued. Principle 11. Turn obstacles into opportunities. Key idea: every challenge is a chance to grow. The Stoic philosophy teaches that obstacles are not something to avoid but rather something to embrace. Every challenge, big or small, is an opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and resilience. Instead of seeing difficulties as setbacks, Stoics believed in turning obstacles into stepping stones. By doing so, we learn to adapt, overcome, and build a stronger character. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This principle encourages us to reframe our mindset. Instead of feeling defeated, we ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can I turn this into an opportunity? Explanation: viewing obstacles as training grounds for resilience. Obstacles are an inevitable part of life, and Stoics believed that they should be seen as essential for our development. When we face difficulties, we are given the chance to practice patience, adaptability, and perseverance. Resilience is built through adversity. It's how we respond to challenges that shapes our growth. Take a moment to reflect. Challenges teach you problem-solving skills. Adversity fosters emotional strength. Struggles create the space for new perspectives and innovation. By shifting our perspective from seeing obstacles as roadblocks to viewing them as opportunities for progress, we empower ourselves to face any difficulty with confidence. Example: turning a job loss into an opportunity. Imagine you lose your job unexpectedly. The typical reaction: you might feel devastated, worried about the future, and lost without a sense of direction. The Stoic approach: you see it as an opportunity to explore new career paths, improve your skill set, or even start your own business. You could use the time to rethink your career goals, learn new skills, or network. Rather than focusing on what's been taken away, you look at the possibilities that are now open to you. Another example could be facing a health issue. The typical reaction: you might feel frustrated, anxious, and uncertain. The Stoic approach: you might choose to see it as an opportunity to reevaluate your lifestyle, perhaps adopting healthier habits or gaining a deeper understanding of self-care. Action step: identify one obstacle in your life and reframe it as an opportunity. Identify a current challenge. It could be something personal, professional, or relational. Reframe it. Ask yourself, how can I use this situation to grow? What opportunity is hidden in this obstacle? Create an action plan. Take the first step toward turning the obstacle into an opportunity. For example, if it's a work challenge, you could take a course to improve your skills. If it's a personal issue, maybe it's an opportunity to develop greater patience or self-compassion. By reframing obstacles, you shift from a passive mindset of survival to an active mindset of growth and empowerment. Principle 12. Reflect daily, 5 minutes. Key idea: end each day with self-reflection. The Stoics believed in the power of daily self-reflection to continuously improve and grow. This principle encourages us to pause at the end of each day and assess our actions, thoughts, and behaviors. By reflecting on our day, we can learn from our mistakes, celebrate our successes, and find areas for growth. It's a simple practice that can lead to profound personal transformation over time. Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Self-reflection helps us become more aware of our patterns and decisions, allowing us to consciously choose better responses in the future. It's not just about analyzing the past, but using that reflection to shape a better future. The power of reflection for continuous improvement. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius practice daily reflection to evaluate their actions and improve their character. He often wrote down his thoughts in his journal, asking himself important questions like, what did I do today that was aligned with my values? Where did I fall short, and how can I improve? By reflecting daily, we train our minds to focus on personal development. This process enables us to move beyond blind reactions to life's challenges, helping us respond more thoughtfully and with greater integrity. Reflection doesn't just focus on what went wrong but also celebrates what went well, fostering a sense of gratitude and motivation to keep improving. Example: reflection at the end of the day. Imagine your day was filled with various activities, meetings at work, time with family, and personal tasks. End of the day, you sit down to reflect. What did you do well? Perhaps you handled a stressful meeting with calm, or you made time to connect with a loved one. Where can you improve? Maybe you got distracted during work and didn't complete a task, or you missed an opportunity to practice patience with a family member. By asking yourself these questions daily, you create a habit of growth and accountability. Action step: spend 5 minutes each night reflecting on your day. Find a quiet moment, take 5 minutes before bed to reflect on your day. Ask yourself key questions. What went well today? What could I done better? What did I learn today? Write it down, jot down your thoughts in a journal or a note on your phone. This helps solidify your reflections and track progress over time. Create a growth plan. Based on your reflection, think about one area for improvement and how you will address it tomorrow. By making reflection a part of your daily routine, you constantly refine your character and align your actions with your values. This practice helps you develop the self-awareness needed to live a more intentional and meaningful life. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or avoiding life's challenges. It's about facing them head-on with courage, wisdom, and resilience. The Stoics recognized that life is full of adversity, but they believed in the power of choosing our response to every situation. By applying these 12 principles, you can transform your mindset and learn to navigate life with more strength, clarity, and peace. These principles aren't just abstract ideas, they're practical tools that can be used to improve your everyday life. From embracing obstacles as opportunities for growth to practicing gratitude and self-discipline, Stoicism teaches us that true freedom lies in mastering our thoughts and actions. By consistently applying these concepts, you can take control of your life and find peace in any circumstance. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. The journey of adopting Stoic principles is a gradual one. It's about taking small, intentional steps each day. Don't expect immediate perfection, allow yourself to grow with patience and consistency. Over time, you will begin to notice profound changes in how you react to challenges, how you cultivate inner peace, and how you live with purpose. Start with one principle that resonates with you most. Practice it consistently, and then gradually incorporate others. Stoicism is a lifelong journey of self-mastery. The more you embody these teachings, the more naturally they will guide your thoughts and actions. Thank you for joining me on this journey into Stoicism. Whether you're dealing with setbacks, striving to live a more fulfilling life, or simply seeking inner calm, the Stoic way of living offers timeless wisdom. Now, it's your turn. Go out there and live like a Stoic, with resilience, mindfulness, and the wisdom to navigate whatever life throws your way. Your journey to peace and purpose starts now.